was the Manhattan Country School, 2 years old, on New York's Upper East Side, 96th Street. An experiment in integration, in education, in living.
It was a big risk. It was an experiment in many ways. But 45 years later, Manhattan Country School, the experiment, is now a success. I think what we don't talk about enough is the impact that MCS has had across the country.
We make a difference in our classroom community, we make a difference in our school community. How can we make an impact on the wider neighborhood community? And that's how we start our Common Sense Penny Harvest. We think about raising these funds to make a change in the community.
I think you couldn't have children feel comfortable making an impact on the world unless they felt comfortable with themselves. That sense of identity and that sense of purpose and a sense of self-confidence underlies everything that happens in order for them to feel that they can make a change in the world.
Activism at MCS begins when the students are very young. And so in the upper school, in the 5th through 8th grades, we're lucky to already have students who believe that everyone has needs that should be met, who believe in equity and justice, who believe that they have a voice that can speak back to the world. They already believe as 12, 13, and 14-year-olds that they can change things.
Students of Manhattan Country School take to the streets on this holiday each year.
We think of this day as a day on instead of a day off, and we really focus on coming together as a community and working to change the world one step at a time.
People come to see how it's done here, and then they go away and they do what they have to do in their classrooms to make it work.
That pioneering effort of MCS has had a big impact on ethnic diversity in independent schools. It's this clear vision of social justice that permeates the whole institution and each classroom. So that has been a consistent inspiration to the training of teachers.
We recognized that it was important to go outside our own school, to South Africa, to go to Vietnam, to the Philippines, and even in this country, to go right across the river to places like Teaneck, where people were thinking about how to develop and replicate a program that looked like Manhattan Country School.
There's such a need. I mean, Manhattan Country School could be doing this for, literally every state in the country. The need is still that great.
When you have teachers creating such dynamic, creative pieces of curriculum, of course, we want to share it with other people. And teachers are always looking for ways to present and share their work with others. They come to our workshops and are hearing about the things we're doing, combining social justice with math, or leading our activism projects, or a civil rights curriculum that embraces many points of view. And anytime that people hear our teachers speak, they recognize that there's something special going on in Manhattan Country School.
And I wish one day the school would be a model for public schools, small with great parent involvement and people taking more care of the kids than the building or the papers or the way things look.
The Manhattan Country School is private, but in the way in which it is integrated, racially, culturally, and economically, and in its educational promise, it represents what the American public school was ideally supposed to be, and rarely became.
Leaders Award was given to Manhattan Country School Farm, and it's a sustainability award. It was interesting to me that it was for teaching a way of thinking to children.
Sustainability can be best taught by embedding sustainable practices in your classroom culture, by having our trash bins labeled metals, plastics, and landfill. They are not just thinking, I'm just throwing this away, but it's going to a specific place.
Education for environmental impact. We want to develop people who have life habits where you're reflective about how you use the Earth's resources.
To keep warm, you have to cut down wood and put it in the furnace. To make your own food, you have to be able to grow food, and then you have to heat the oven, and you have to produce that electricity with the solar panels that we have.
We stayed connected to the grid so that our additional power that we produce would go back into the grid. It means that we're offering something that we can produce to the outside world.
Kids who've gone through MCS carry MCS with them. I think that they go out into the world with the idea that if something is wrong, they need to work to change it.
The feeling of MCS that I carry with me might seem a little corny or cliche, honestly, but it's a sense of hope. It's a sense of hope that I still have a place in this world to change it.
The feeling of MCS that I carry with me is about having an impact. MCS really gave me a sense of agency and empowerment to come out and want to have an impact and want to bring kids up, whether my own personal children or all the children in this school, who would feel that sense of having an impact.
We're trying to educate students to create the world that we hope to live in.
MCS alumni are engaged, are setting up schools and arguing in front of the Supreme Court, and are building arts movements, and are teaching. And that's huge.
My only wish is that there could be more, that we could have more MCS graduates in the world.
The world does need more MCS graduates. New York City needs more MCS graduates. Absolutely.